Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison, and I'm certainly glad to have you today. And as always, we want to thank our sponsor, BTC Fiber, for sponsoring our program. And you can see this program on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as cable channel 18. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Embers Ice Cream of Pikeville, Nickel Row Antiques of Pikeville, and White Wagon Bed and Breakfast of Pikeville. So if you're in Pikeville, go by and see those fine folks and check them out. Today we have with us several people, and as you can tell, we have Sheriff Bill Phillips, Police Chief Randy Phillips, and Michael Scoggins. He's the captain of the rescue squad. Is that right, Captain? That's what I thought. And they're here with us because today is December 1st, and it's getting towards that gift-giving season, and we're going to talk about several things that are going on here in Dunlap this month. Some things that have been going on for several years. And Michael, I'm going to start with you about the Lions Club and the Rescue Squad. Y'all been doing the food baskets and toys probably, over 30 years?
Yes, sir.
Maybe closer to 50 years, I guess. It's been a while.
Right. It seems like when you talk to an older member, they talk about how it was done in the past. It comes along, talk to different ones, and they've done it this way, done it that way, and it's become better and better each year.
And I know when I was teaching school, we used the school help in many ways by collecting canned goods. And
the schools do, the churches do, a lot of the local businesses. You know, the community comes together when it comes time like this, and everybody that takes up, it combines to one thing, and it's to help people out in Sequatchie County.
Right, and there's been numbers of families. I think last year was nearly 400 families.
I believe you're correct.
So that's a lot. People don't think about that, and all of us from time to time think, well, I need this or I'd like to have this, but when we just look a little past ourselves, we can always find somebody that's in greater need than ourselves.
You're exactly right.
And there are plenty here in the valley and in the county as well, and. So that's a good thing, and of course today being the first, on Saturday the third,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We're going to have our Christmas parade. So that'll be I guess welcome in the season and the gift giving as well, and now also on the 10th, Michael, you have this motorcycle ride that's going to bring the toys in. Tell us a little bit about that.
They'll meet down at Tombo's Country Corner and kickstands up at 1 o'clock, I believe. They'll leave down there and head through town to Sequatchie County Rescue Squad, and then they'll drop off toys. Some brings food, some brings toys, and it's a good turnout. Now, you're allowed to drive a Razor. Anything street legal can come through it, but it has to be street legal.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, you wouldn't want anybody getting hurt or anything. No. You want it to be legal.
We've had people call us, and Randy, I had to throw him on the bus, but they're wanting to ride four-wheelers through the Christmas parade, and I told them that it wasn't the same as the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I don't believe they're allowed to ride four-wheelers through it, are they?
That would be a question for the mayor, but I don't believe they allow them to do that.
I don't think so, because it's not happened in the past.
And it's a longer distance as well.
And nighttime.
Yeah, nighttime, and any of those four-wheelers don't have lights, right?
No.
So that would, and it's dark when you're coming down 127.
Right. Now on this toy run, it doesn't have to be a motorcycle. It doesn't have to be a Razor. If you've got a car or a truck and you want to participate in it, you can drive down and line up at Tombo's, and he'll show you where you need to go, and then they'll start from there and head our way. And so if you're in town about that time, just be respectful of them. We'll have to shut the red lights down, and they'll come through. And it's a quick process.
Right. I mean, it's not like you've got hundreds of motorcycles and things like that. But
I hope so.
Yeah,
but no,
that would be the ideal thing, to have that many. Well, Bill, I'm going to ask you this about along with the fire department and the city police department and the sheriff's department, y'all have stuff the truck, and that's right. Coming up on you said the 10th.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about that. I know people have seen the trucks at Walgreens and Walmart.
Right.
And they get excited about that.
Yeah, and it's the same locations this year, Walgreens and Walmart. It's going to be starting off, I think, at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. and going through 2 p.m. So we'll have people set up and look forward to everyone coming out and stuffing the truck.
And it's always been seems like it's been a success, because every time I've gone by and even just chatted with people, I see all these toys, people driving by and just giving them.
Yeah, and this is my first year getting to participate in it from this position, but I have been able to be a part of it in the past, and yeah, there are a lot of people in our community that like to give, and this time of year is just a really good time for our community, I think. And patrolling out around the county, we get to see people that aren't as well off as some of us are, and it's good. It's good that we can provide for those people at a time of need.
Right, because like you mentioned, out in the county, there's if you were to really drive throughout some of those roads, you'd see some houses that you're thinking, oh, somebody lives in that.
Yeah, yeah, we've encountered situations recently where we had people living in a place with no water or electricity.
Oh, really?
So, and here we are with these cold nights up on us. But yeah, there are people in our county who are in need, and this is just a really good time of year and for people to come and give.
Well, and I'd like to see the goal be where you went and bought out all the toys at Walmart. That would be really nice. And then, or in Walgreens, they have toys as well. And buy those toys out so we can give them out to.
That'd be great.
That would be super.
Yep.
Well, Randy, you've got a new program this year that's it's been around for a long time, but just not here. Tell us about that program.
I was approached by the manager at Walmart, B. Slavin, last year during Stuff the Truck, asking if we would be interested in participating in a Shop with Heroes program. And she explained a little bit of how that works out. Basically, the school system would pull some names for us, which we're hoping to do a little over 100 kids this year, of the neediest of the bunch. Walmart would provide a pizza party for them at school.
Oh.
We would have different first responders and heroes there at the school with them during that pizza party. And then the school system will provide a couple of buses where we will actually bus them from the school system to Walmart, being escorted by police, fire, EMS, and anybody that would that wants to participate. And then the heroes, which would be first responders or people in the community that wanted to step up, would actually assist the children in shopping at Walmart. They would get $100 each. 75 of that they are required to spend on themselves. The other 25 they could spend on someone if they wanted to, and buy their Christmas for them for Christmas this year.
Well, that's neat. And I know that program's been around for a long time, and a lot of times you see bigger organizations that have more officers than we have combined. So this year you're expanding it to the people in the community if they want to be a hero. And
we are. In most communities they do shop with a cop. We don't have enough law enforcement here to do 100 plus kids, so we've opened it up to the other first responders, and like I said, other people in the community, people with the school system, people with the chamber, people with the churches, to become heroes also, to help us complete the program.
Well, that's really neat. And that gives. I'm sure the kids will enjoy that.
I think it'll be a great thing for the community,
because they will get to go and get things that they want. Sometimes I know I didn't always get what I wanted, but
yes, yeah, they get to pick what they want. So it's something that's going to be really special for the kids.
Well, I'm sure they'll enjoy that. They'll probably enjoy the pizza too as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And and speaking of that, talking about the heroes, the chamber here, they're taking information as well for people that might be in need. And let me get the phone number. I have it here. Yeah, 949-7608. You can call the chamber if you are a family in need and need help. Call the chamber, and they have a form they fill out, and simply put in the information of your family, adults, the children, and so forth. And just call the chamber. They'll tell you about that. Now, since we don't have the Lions Club, of course, I don't think we could fit them in here if we did, but the Lions Club, they'll be taking up money on the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th. I'm not sure of all the locations. I know Walmart is usually one of the places. I think they keep some down here at the chamber. I think they do that as well, and maybe it's Walgreens. I'm not sure where all they go, but anyway, they'll be out collecting money, and that money, people wonder what the money goes for. That's to get necessities like bread and milk and things like that that might spoil. You can't. Canned goods are good, but that helps with that, and things that they might need, or something come up, or maybe they have to. Now the toys, Michael, you can talk on this. The toys when they come in that are donated, sometimes I guess y'all have to do a little surgery on some of those toys, don't you?
The Lions Club does a lot on it. They'll have people down there preparing, and they'll go through the toys. If it needs to be cleaned, it's cleaned. If it needs parts put on it, and then they also sort them. They'll put cars with cars, dolls with dolls. It's a long drawn out process. And starting December the 10th, the banquet room will be shut down, and the Lions Club will be down there. So if you have toys you want to drop off, you can drop off there to them too.
Right, because I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So they'll process everything down there and get it packaged up, and then the way I understand it, the parents will be able to come down there and pick out too.
Oh, okay. That's something new, isn't it?
Right. There's some new changes, and if they get online and go to the chamber, I think the changes are on there on the forms. The forms have changed this year, and it tells you on the forms it's got options on how you want to do it.
I think here it is. The options. Here's the options. If you call the chamber, the parents to select the toys at the rescue squad, where wrapping paper will be provided. Option 2, toys and food delivered on Christmas Eve. And then on option 3, shop with a hero, as we mentioned earlier. That's the 3 options there.
That's
So
correct.
And want to add something to that. Just because it's at the rescue squad getting organized, that doesn't mean it's the rescue squad. This is a joint effort between all the emergency services, the chambers, commerce, the community. They're just using the building to put it all together.
right, and done that for years.
Yes, sir.
And one thing, just from a personal perspective, when I see, we don't think about. A lot of times people don't think about when y'all are putting your lives on the line, all of you, when you have to go out for emergency rescue, or you guys in law enforcement, and we don't think about that, but then here's your chance of giving back to the people, and maybe even some of the people maybe you've had to deal with in the past, and that it's not, no one's refused in this program at all.
No.
Everything's given to people in need. And,
That's it.
I mean, if you refuse people, then we could all make up a list of people that,
Right.
you know.
But I think the only requirement that I'm aware of, you have to live in Sequatchie County.
Right.
Exactly. We have people call from out of town, and sometimes it's not caught until we go to deliver, and you look at the address and say, well, this is not in Sequatchie County. Then we call these people and try to make sure that they don't live across the Sequatchie County line or on the line, because there is some conflict about who lives right on the line.
Right. Well, you know, the zip codes, part of Sequatchie County is a Whitwell address, or you know, Mount Airy, you know. So a lot of the addresses don't always equivalent to where they live.
That's true.
And well, I just think this is a great program that has been going on, and we have great people in this community, like you said, that they know where they've come from, and they know they're blessed to be where they're at, and they want to give back because they know they're blessed. And a lot of times it's because people give them an opportunity. I'm sure you guys have run into people like that all the time, where when you give them an opportunity, they're thankful and they want to pay back. And I know all y'all are thankful, because I've known all y'all for a long time. Had you two as students.
Yes.
And y'all don't tell any bad stories about me. Of course, Bill helped me in coaching softball. So have a great friendship with all of y'all, and I appreciate what you do for our community, the service you give. And folks, you know that I know the economy has been bad. Prices have gone up, gas and food and everything, but we can all look out and look for someone else that we can help. And that's important for us just here in Sequatchie County, because as Bill said, there's places that if you really went out in the county, you'd see, no water, no electricity, or sometimes just barely a roof over their head, in places. And I have seen personally some houses just with the plywood, and they didn't have all the extra to keep them warm.
Right.
And so there's plenty of people out there in need. So check with the Sheriff's Department, the Police Department, the Rescue Squad, the Lions Club, the Chamber. Check with these folks so they're willing to help you. Now, is there anything we've left out that we need to talk about that we need to bring up?
I think we've hit everything.
Yeah, not that I know of.
Now, you said the stuff the truck was from 9 until 2 o'clock.
9 to 2
All right.
on the 10th.
On the 10th. And make sure, and the Shop with the Heroes on the 12th.
Shop with the Heroes is on the 12th, and that
Beginning
paperwork-
at about 4, I think.
about 4 o'clock in the
Yeah.
afternoon. And I think that the children that are participating in that, there is some paperwork that should go home before that, so the parents know that they'll be held after school to
Oh, okay.
participate.
All right. Well, that's good. Was there anything else we need to add?
No, I think we're good. I think we've hit everything.
Hey, I appreciate y'all being with us and appreciate the service y'all do, not only to your jobs, but to the community, because I know the community appreciates you. And sometimes I know, like the rescue squad, when y'all get called out for things like the floods and things that we've had around, and of course y'all are out there helping as well, you're putting your lives at line, just for little things sometimes. And I appreciate that very much. And again, folks, check with these folks, these fine folks on these programs. And if you know of someone in need, contact the chamber here, and they can take down that information. And again, the only requirement is you must live in Sequatchie County to receive the services. But there's plenty of folks here that will be willing to help you. So until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.